Relentless Radio.
Friday night in Atlanta, and I'm thinking about all of the entrepreneurs, the solopreneurs, the mamapreneurs out there. What's up? Relentless Aaron here. I got some jewels to drop for you, and it's about systems. In order for you to climb up out of the abyss of fighting for more time in your day, the abyss of trying to make the most of your resources, trying to make the most of your day to be as productive as possible. In order to get out of that abyss, you need to have systems in place. Systems that relate to your business. I'm going to say this, I say it all the time, I'm going to say it again, as if I'm saying it to my sister. I'm saying this whole broadcast is about my sister. It's about sharing information because I love her, because I want her to succeed, to produce, to progress. In business, it's necessary for you to touch the 5 senses of your customer or your potential customer or your candidate or whoever your buyer is. Whoever your buyer is, even if it's a woman who you're trying to court or a man who you're trying to court, or it's some sort of achievable situation. You have got to have all of those areas covered. What areas am I talking about? I'm talking about the written. I'm talking about the audio. I'm talking about the imagery. And I'm talking about the audio visual. The audio visual would be video or something close to video. So all of those elements are important to reach the 5 senses. We are human beings. The be-all to end-all in reaching human beings is to touch their 5 senses. We're not yet telepathically sending messages, although there's some of that going on. But if you're going to keep it simple in terms of you reaching your audience, if you're a minister, if you're a public, if you're a counselor, if you are an entertainer, if you have a product or a service, it's necessary to reach your audience via their 5 senses. So therefore, I speak to the written, which can be done in the form of novels or ebooks or newsletters or magazines or e-zines. Even there's written does not have to be on paper. Written can be prayers on cloth. So written does not necessarily mean you got to sit and write a book. Okay? Don't be discouraged when we say written. Don't be discouraged when we say audio, or when we say video, or when we say photos. Do not be discouraged. These are simply talents and skills that you have yet to obtain, or that you are in the process of learning, or that are on the plate to learn. So once again, in short order, you've got to reach the 5 senses, and you've got to do it through the means that are available. And if you look at the most successful communicators, they've got all these areas covered. I'm telling you, that is your mission if you are a public speaker, if you have a product or a service, whatever it is, you've got to be a communicator. And how do you communicate to human beings? You appeal to their senses, their five senses. Think about that. And I'm going to come back again with even more on this subject. But this is shared in love. I'm going to go through the various ways and means by which to reach your audience, your target market, if you own a business or if you are an individual who wants to earn a relationship. I'm going to share the jewels over the next 5 days. I'm going to share the jewels that are necessary to reach the world. All right? I appreciate you. We have less than 10 minutes today. So what does that mean?
I read Relentless Erin's books. One of my friends in Houston was actually working promotions for Erin. She was walking around the mall with no clothes on, and I wondered why. But when she started telling me about the books, I was like, I've got to read this. When I read it, it was a mix of an Eric Jerome Dickey Sister Soldier sort of thing that was so raw and real and talented in a way that was definitely, the words jumped off the page and wrapped me up in the story to the point where I couldn't put it down until I finished all the reading that I had to do. I mean, he's dynamic, he's awesome. If you don't have his books, you need to get his books. If you're tired of every other black author that's telling you the same story, you need his books.
Relentless Radio.
Thanks for listening, and check us out at relentlessaaron.net.